What's up, guys? This your boy Digital Kev. Me and Tremaine about to take you on a tour of our digital content studio. Let's go. So first thing up, what we got here, we got a Google Nest camera. That's for everybody ringing the doorbell to come in so we can see who's at the door. If we're home or not, we'll be able to see you. Got our sign, Media 9, which is a main company. And then we're gonna go ahead and go in here. Got a little fingerprint, let us in. And this is where the magic happens. So first things first, welcome to the Casa. This is where we do all of our creative endeavors. This is where we create. This is where we have a lot of our fun. And this is also where we talk business. But enough of all that, we're gonna go ahead and talk about some of this gear. And then Tremaine's gonna go ahead and talk about the aesthetics of the room. So let's go off first right here. We got this nice RGB light. We bought this about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, but it's the 150R by Godox. It's a full panel light, full RGB, can do CCT, all that good stuff, but it's an incredible light for washing out the whole background. We can do a colorful background for any type of event or any type of talking head, or we use it a lot in podcasting too, but the light is incredible, guys. It's definitely a go-to light for your studio. Now, a lot of times we're using a lot of these tube lights. These tube lights are very incredible because you can move them anywhere. The battery generated, and a lot of times what we'll do is we might have them as side lights, we might have them as a key light even, but I really like these lights because again, they go 5600 Kelvin, they go 8000 Kelvin I believe, and they also are full RGB. So the full RGB is going to let you again get all of those colors. It's pretty cool. We can come up here, press these different modes. As you can see, that's like an effect mode. Press it again, you can go up and down on your color. So go all the way up to 65, and then we can go all the way back down, something warmer at 2700 Kelvin. Then we can go back and go to something like an RGB color, and you can really dial it in. So you can just pick any kind of color you want. But this light right here, I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off. That light right there, we really love them. We got a couple of these lights too. So what you're gonna see is we got one over there. We have another 1, 2, 3. I believe we got 4 of them total, but we use them all the time, guys. They're good for key lights, good for feel, good for creative looks, even good to show in the background. We got some football stuff we've done where we show them in the background of the shot, and even some podcast shots where we do it like that. Far as like audio, when it comes to podcasting, we do got these PD mics. I do like that they're by PreSonus. They're the PD70s, only $100, and they sound just like my SM7B, which is over $500. So you heard me right. This mic right here, the PreSonus PD70, I can never remember it. The PD70 sounds just like my SM7B, which is over $500. So I highly recommend these. I wouldn't even bother buying that other one. It's perfectly fine. Now, if we come on to how we make that sound happen, like how do you get this microphone all attached? How do you make the whole thing work together? We got the Rodecaster. This is the first generation version of the Rodecaster. Still just as good. Not much has changed. We really love it too, because you're able to get all of your audio into one big bunch. And then you're able to also use this audio and just have pristine quality without any kind of sacrifices, any kind of issues with the audio channels mixing. But again, you're looking for a podcast, Rodecaster won't let you down. Everything they got is high quality. Now, let's go ahead and look a little bit at some of the gear we got in the room. So this is our gear shelf. We do a lot of different shoots, do weddings sometimes, sometimes portrait sessions, a lot of sports here. We have a plethora of different activities what we're doing all the time in Florida. But this gear shelf is probably the #1 spot we need to go to every single day. Now, a lot of our lenses might be in the bag right now, but we do got a couple lenses up here to check out. We got the Tamron 24-70. We use that one quite a bit. We like to do that one on the focal reducer that Canon makes, which is also a really great thing to use. We got the 70-200 f2.8 with IS, very important for sports. If you're a sports person, this is the lens right here. We got too many lenses. 50 millimeter, a nifty 50. Anybody getting started out, I highly recommend grabbing yourself a 50 or a 35 millimeter, because those are gonna be the best bargain. You're only gonna spend no more than like $300-400 for it. And it's gonna be a constant aperture. You're not gonna have to worry about the aperture moving anywhere, and you can really learn photography and video. Man, what else we got, man? We got a lot here. We got the 85, another great go-to lens, give you that really delicious bokeh, give you that really good look out of everything that you're looking for. And I ain't gonna go through everything, but I'm just gonna pick up some of my favorites, like this C70. Man, this C70, it's a godsend for us, honestly. We came from Blackmagic a couple years ago, and we used Sony first, technically. I came from Canon, but we used Canon, then we went into Sony, because Sony was the only one that had 4K. And then now we back with Canon. We got the Canon R5, and we got this beast of a machine. We got which we switched for the Blackmagic Pocket 6Ks. Now we got the Canon C70s. Great camera. Man, there's not enough I can say about this camera. We're gonna definitely do some reviews on how to shoot with sports, weddings, and all that good stuff on this camera, how to do your podcast with it. Man, this is a great camera. Can't recommend it enough. I mean, the rest of the stuff you're gonna see right here is just gonna be like assorted things that we use on the daily. I mean, we're gonna have like triggers, we're gonna have different things like mics, things for our drones, random audio, random plugs, man, the list goes on. But one thing I just noticed, and I'm gonna go ahead and speak about it real quick, it's a speaker. So you might be like, why you need a speaker? Well, you're gonna need this speaker because if you go anywhere, guys, and the vibe ain't really vibing, like ain't nobody really moving, ain't nobody shaking, ain't nobody like really feeling it, man, cut on some tunes, ask the kids or ask the adult, hey, what kind of music y'all listen to? And be like, I'm just cut on what they like. Most of the time, people get more comfortable in your shoot, and they're gonna give you what you need out of the shoot. So that's gonna be perfect, man. So get yourself this little boom, I don't know what it's called, we'll put it in the description. But get this little flip 4, man, perfect, very loud. We got 2 of these actually, we got a blue one too. And of course up there you do see the Ronin. I'll go ahead and grab that. We're still on the RS2. Man, there ain't no reason to upgrade this thing. We barely use it, honestly, but when we do use it, we get some incredible shots, mostly used at weddings and moving events. But we really do love this. We both got arms for our Ronins. We also got a whole lot of other accessories for this thing. But man, the Ronin RS2 is probably your go-to one. I mean, if you're new, then go ahead and get the newest one. But if you already got this, baby, I mean, don't even worry about like upgrading it, because this is perfectly fine. I love it. Shemaine loves it. I mean, it's our go-to gimbal right now. So I'll go ahead and put that one back up there. Shoot, man, let's see what else we got. I mean, we got so much. I did talk about cameras earlier, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick up my baby right here. This is my R5. We got a lot of these. So we got the R5s in the house. We got had the R6. A lot of different Canon cameras. This one's fitted with a 35 right now. I really love this one. Get the flippy outy screen. It is a mirrorless camera, which is great for seeing all your details. And then when we're having shoots here in the studio, a lot of times we might need to access things very quickly. So right behind, right here, we got a little cart. So what this cart is for is we'll put everything we need for the shoot in this cart, and we'll be able to move it around depending on how we're shooting in here. And we'll just pick up different things. We got the Parrot teleprompter. Love this thing right here. We got some more magnets, little color chart if we want to access the best color on that shoot. Got our L brackets, which is really important for shooting youth sports in the studio. We like to shoot them on the L bracket so that everything is just aligned and perfect instead of shooting it freehand. I mean, it's everything in here. Little thing right here. We'll never know what we need, but we'll outfit this cart to have what we need for the shoot, and we'll just roll it back. We'll just kind of roll that everywhere. Shoot, I mean, we got all kind of stuff, guys. I mean, it's all kind of stuff here. We got, of course, a whole lot of these What are these? These are C-stands. So a C-stand is a little bit different from your average stand. It's gonna have a higher height and the legs are distributed very differently. So as you'll see, every leg is a little bit different from the other leg. And that's to keep the weight centered. So you can put heavier items on there. Just a couple of days ago, we were doing iPhone 15 Pro look, the first unboxing of that, coming out soon. And we went ahead and put that up there on this boom arm. And it's a little bit more safer than using a regular stand like we have over there. Now, we're just gonna talk about a few things, and then Tremaine's gonna go ahead and talk about the aesthetics of the room and the choices we made. But right here, we got our baby. Man. We kept seeing this light. Hope I ain't too bright. But we kept seeing this light everywhere. Well, we kept seeing this modifier everywhere. This is a lantern. This one's by Nanolite, but there are other lanterns by Aperture. But whichever one you get, man, honestly, if I could do it all over again, I probably wouldn't get as many soft boxes. I'm gonna show you how many soft boxes we got, but I would just probably get this and like a 34-inch soft box, and I probably could have did half of the things I like to do. But we use this practically every day, honestly. We got an Amron 200D on there, perfect light, very affordable, highly recommend that. We also have a 100 Amron D as well. We use that a lot. Man, there's so many lights in here. Again, another ProSonus 70. We just added some of these boom weights to help us with the weight stabilization of these, because we were putting so many soft boxes and different things like that up there. It just helps you with the weight so it doesn't sway or anything like that. So highly recommend some of these counterweights. Very popular. And then, hey, we just got a couple more things. But right here, like I was talking about those soft boxes, I don't know if you guys can see, but we got all kind of soft boxes back here. We got deep ones, big ones, little ones. We got beauty dishes. We got mini dishes. We got reflectors. Ask me how many times we use them. Man, probably like once a year sometimes. But the main ones we use for sports are like umbrellas. We use those on the back. Use sometimes a soft box. Sometimes we use a lantern. We kind of go back and forth on what we like. But yeah, like I said, a lot of stuff that we could choose is in here, and it's great to have the variety. But for the most part, we kind of stick to umbrellas and our go-to 34-inch softbox, or we stick with that big light right there. And again, we got a plethora of different things. Got our sound bag. It's a little bit of a mess in that sound bag, but what I would recommend for sound is definitely the Zoom. Anything Zoom is a good way to go. Man, we're gonna have it all. We got different modifiers back here, and we got our, can't forget this baby, even though I got dust on it. Can't forget the Pro 200 by Canon. And this baby right here is for kind of printing out some of those quick things that we need. We do have a professional printer as well, but anything that we need really immediately, or we want to give as a gift to a client or anything like that, we'll make sure we just print it here. This is a professional Canon printer. It comes out really good. I like it. Tremaine likes it. What else is on the shelf? Man, we got a smoke machine. If you've seen our work, we'll definitely post some of those shots. But you've seen our work, we got the Fog Works, and we got a big smoke machine right here, the VF 1300. Very important, guys. A lot of people ask us about smoke machines. Every smoke machine ain't the same. We had one smoke machine. It was smoking, but not for long. You want something real? This is the way to go. We don't have any problems with this smoke machine. You gotta look at the wattage on it, but that one's really good. We'll have that for you guys to check out. But yeah, man, it's like all our accessories here. The different color backdrops we use, white, blue, purple for those shoots, and a whole lot of different Pelican cases for travel when we do travel. But hey, that's my part of the segment. We're gonna hand it off to my bro Tremaine, and he gonna talk about the aesthetics, reasonings for how we did things in the room, and kind of like how we like to shoot in here. So we're gonna go ahead and go over all this, and I'm gonna hand it off to Tremaine.
Man, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Right Choice Tremaine with Canvas King. So it's my turn. Let's talk a little bit. Like Kevin mentioned earlier, This is one of the sets that we just thought of like the other week. As you can see, we got the yellow background back here, paper that we just purchased because I saw something on Instagram and we really love the look. We'll show you the video what we did with it. Now, let me get on up. This here is a blue couch here, navy blue, whatever you want to call it, that we got from City Furniture. We wanted to have a nice little vibe when you come into the studio, as you can see. And also, another thing I want you guys to know, none of this design that's in the studio came from any women. No women at all. This was all me and Kevin. Our design, our ideas, everything we input in here was all on us. So no women. So another thing here, we got another chair we bought because we had a different bucket chair. We didn't like it. It didn't mesh really good with the navy chair. So we got this one right here, what you call like a light gray that complements the chair really well. And also with our new wood paneling backdrop that we did like a couple of weeks ago, with the matte gray background. We used to have a light gray, and when we got the studio, we wasn't thinking, and the gray that we got was glossy, so we couldn't actually change the color of the background like we can now. So we have the dark gray along with the wood paneling here that we just got done. And as you can see, we have another LED light, the TL60 on the ground, that allows us to flash, to have light coming up from the ground, especially if you're getting shot right here and have it as aesthetic look, looking straight back. Now, on to this side over here. Now this section here, we're gonna change it up a little bit. It just look like this right now because we haven't did everything. As you can see, we have two Rode mics here that we can either slide. Now, don't get on to me. We either slide the wireless Go Rodes or the DJIs. We have both. So we can slide them in here. So we can talk. We'll do our gear reviews here or what's coming out. All of our talking stuff, 9 times 10 is gonna be in this section here. Now we're gonna change it up in this background here. We're gonna look for a neon sign and probably do something to the wall to give it a better aesthetic look. We also have here, I didn't want to sell it, but this is the Xbox One. You know, sometimes when we're just chilling or whatnot, you know, we'll get on here and play some games, or if a client comes in, a kid come in, they want to chill while we're doing some work. This is very great to have too as well. Like I said, it is the older one. We do have the newer ones, but that's at the crib. Here, you know, I didn't want to sell it and trading it in, you're not getting no money for it. And as you can see, these two lights here we have here, everything that we did in the studio, we all believe in a vibe, a great vibe. And as you can see, if you look at the TV, it illuminates from the back. If you look behind the refrigerator right here, that illuminates from the back. And we got two lamps here. Them are RGB lights. So basically everything in the studio, a flick of a button can turn any one of these colors. Or I can just say, hey Google, turn the lights blue. And it'll do that too real quick. So we have another section over here that we can do videos on. We got this from Amazon. This is some wall art paneling that we got done. We wanted a cool little look, and especially when we have, this is our editing workstation here where all the magic happen in post-production is right here. As you see here, got a gaming chair by Emerge. We got this from Office Depot. A lot of people ask about this chair. It's very, very comfortable. I like it a lot. We have 3 of these. We have our tables here that we got from IKEA. And we have 2 ultra wide screens by LG. This one is 27 inch, and I believe Kevin's is 37 inches or 38 inches, one of the 2 on his side. Now, another thing to mention over here that you see on Kevin's desk is he has the Sony 6400. He does a lot of Zoom calls or whatnot, so he likes to look really good with the bokeh behind him. He has the 16mm Sigma lens. This is one of our go-to lenses when we did have Sony. This is great. And also for the extra lighting, because lighting is key. So we had this little cheap, I say cheap because when it was real popular at one time, these panel lights, and it gets bright and it basically stay bright. So it really stays at this one level. I don't have no I don't have no low light area at all, so that's why I really don't like it. It's very harsh. But it works right here because we just bounce it. We hit on the wall, we bounce it up, and it makes this section looks very well, especially when we're doing Zooms or a podcast when you're talking to somebody. All right, so what else we got here, you guys? As you can see, we have greenery. If you notice a lot of people have greenery in their shoot. So we got a tree here, we got another tree right here, and we got another one right here. So we got 3 different ones for our different sets to, you know, have that creative, that good look on our videos. Another thing too as well, as you can see up here, we have our paper drops, our paper rolls, or whatever you want to call it. We have 3 different ones. That allows us to have 3 different sets here. We have the red, we have the teal, and we also have the yellow. Not to mention, when we roll that up, we have the stationary dark gray background that allows us to change the colors when we put 2 tube lights together. So that's another good reason why these TL60s are very, very good to have. They're very versatile. I love them. I love these lights, man. You can do a lot with this. A lot of creative stuff. I'm gonna show you a video right now, what I just did of a fitness video. I turned off all the lights and I basically just used these. So another last thing here, we have more paper. We probably won't use a lot of these paper, and the only reason I say it is, when we first got the studio, we thought in our mind that we were gonna do photography. We was gonna do a lot of photography, and that kind of changed. There's a lot of post work with that, so we kind of got into the sports world. So we do more sports. We're more sports driven than anything else, but we're gonna start doing a lot of podcasts. Like you see the setup here with content creators or whatnot. But this is our first of many tours. The next one's gonna be a little different because we're gonna change this background up. And we may do something right here in this section too with this door. So I hope you guys like our very first studio tour. We have came a long way. It's been 2 years since we've been in this space. We supposed to did this 2 years ago, but everything happens for a reason. But Kev is king. I'm out. Peace.